Hey, what's going on? Sorry, still trying to adjust some things. Um, I know that I said that I wasn't going to do this, but um, I should have said things beforehand, but you know how it is. I like to keep things real, so whatever. Got my hand sanitizer, even though it's me in my house, I'm just kidding with y'all because at least there's one thing I agree with Crazy Joe Biden, which is the fact that he's in his own house. So I'm pretty sure that he's going to wash his hands or whatever if he goes somewhere or if somebody comes over or something, you know. But it's that whole thing of if I'm in my own home, I'm sorry, I'm doing shit my way. Just like how in my house with my guns and knives and swords and fuck pretty much everything in this damn house that is not kid friendly. I'm not about to move shit around my house if you come over to my house. I will let you know before time if you've got kids. My house is not kid friendly. So I'm not moving shit. I ain't Do you have childproof locks on your cabinets? No, because it's my fucking house and I don't have any damn kids. My kids are grown, they're fucking adults. But first, let me give out this shout out to my friend AL. This is my quarantine shirt. I really wish I had like a whole bunch more of these things because I seriously want to wear this thing every time that I go live while this bullshit is going on. Sorry, my throat's a little clogged up. We had some buffalo chicken sliders. It was a recipe that I guess was on Flavor or something. And whenever I have anything with like cheese and stuff like that and everything, just going to get clogged up like a lot. Fuck, when I was in choir and things, if we knew we had a performance or something, I'm like, well, I'm not going to eat anything or have any milk or anything like that well before like a day or so before a performance because phlegm and all that crap getting stuck in your damn throat and shit. But anyway, I haven't posted anything in a while because I just really haven't felt like it. Medications that my doctor has me on that she basically maxed me out on dosage um had like literally like I'm surprised it hasn't kicked in yet. Then again, I only took them maybe about 45 minutes ago or something. So um yeah, pretty much just soon after end up getting exhausted because yeah, pretty much all my meds knocked me the hell out. It's not much of a life. It really isn't. Um, I already know that some people are probably going to go over past videos that I've posted about, how I feel about things. And that will never change. That is not going to change about who I am. I really have, I believe that I have been saying excuse me, I've been saying for almost 20 years now that I believe we should have had some kind of zombie outbreak or something a long fucking time ago. We are overpopulated. See, this is what gets me about people who want to have an attitude about hearing the truth. You know, not all of us are God fearing fucking people out there. Some of us are pagans, like myself. I'm a pagan minister. So some of us have a different point of view. You don't care about your fellow man? Not necessarily, no. Sorry. Not sorry. No, I do not give a shit about my fellow man. I care more about animals in the sense that humanity is cutting everything down, digging everything up. You know, Capitalism is not bad. Capitalism is not necessarily a bad thing because nobody is out here like socialism. Nobody is forcing you to buy these products. Nobody. There aren't the Gestapo at the door, hey, you need to buy this Dallas Cowboys jersey, which I've said numerous times, even on my Facebook to my friends that are fucking Dallas Cowboy fans. You have a losing team, just like the Redskins. You have a losing team, yet you're the most arrogant fucking fans ever. And you have pretty much one of the most arrogant owners with a losing team. You know why? Because you keep spending your fucking money buying all this junk. Buying these jerseys, everybody went nuts buying Dak jerseys when they hadn't won shit. So capitalism is not bad. It's the people spending all the fucking money buying the shit that makes capitalism, when people want to say capitalism is bad, that's the reason why. Capitalism is bad because of famous people. There you go. Stop going to see these movies that cost so much. Oh, well, inflation and blah, blah, blah. If you're looking at these people's paychecks, because I love when people, oh, well, it takes money to make these movies. If these people are making more just from making a goddamn movie than teachers, police officers, pretty much the people who are working their asses off right the fuck now while this bullshit is going on. If movie stars and musicians are making that much money, because there's a video that I added to my my political folder a couple of videos before this one. And it all has to do with Hollywood trying to tell, Fran Drescher trying to come out and literally saying capitalism is bad while living in her $1.2 million home, while having a value of over $30 million. Capitalism is bad. Capitalism must seem good because, hey, they're making all this money for just acting. At least with sports stars, which I still have a problem with all the money they make, they're putting their body on the line. So obviously they're going to need money to pay all these medical bills and everything of knee surgeries and back surgeries and shoulder surgeries for our entertainment. But actors, oh my God, I deserve that money. Because you settle, I got friends that I know that are probably better actors than you. I'm a sociopath. I know damn well I'm a better actor than you. I love when people watch my videos and say, oh, you always seem angry. No, it's called passionate. And if I can make you believe that I'm angry when it's nothing but passion, truly, let me explain something about when a sociopath gets angry. If we get angry, it's not going to be with a raised voice. It's not going to be all this aggro and all this other stuff. No. When we get angry, and this goes back to when I got diagnosed with it when I was like 5 years old, sociopathic with psychopathic tendencies, is when we get quiet and we're just talking to you. And it should be a situation where maybe we should be losing our temper. And we're literally just talking. And especially if we get quiet, then you better go the other way. See, that, I'll get to that video in a little bit. But let's get to this one, because it's all bullshit.
It's all propaganda. This video is brought to you by FestiFlix, FestiFlix.com. It's the alternative to Netflix. I know y'all sick and tired of all this political correctness and BS that you see on Netflix. Every time you turn around, it's an agenda. So go to FestiFlix. You can sign up for a free trial. We'll make new videos or put new movies on there every month. Check it out, man. You have nothing to lose. What do you got to lose? Now, make sure you like, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Make sure you like this video and comment on this video. Let's get into this. Now, it's all propaganda. Ladies and gentlemen, let me walk you through.
And I know people get mad when I post on my Facebook, YouTube, whatever, when I talk about how it's propaganda. And in this day and age, with this shit going on, I'm surprised and loving, because he is a former police officer, all of that. This motherfucker should definitely run for governor. I think he's in Arizona. But I love real. I love real. Can't stand fake ass. You know, that's the reason why if I run for politics, I'm going to be real. I'm not going to change who I am. Somebody just said, what is it, Joe Biden the other day just said when he was being interviewed, why can't, talking about Donald Trump, why can't he be more presidential? We didn't vote for him to be presidential. We voted for him to be the president. See, there's a difference. We voted for someone who was, back in the day, speak softly, carry a big stick. Here's the thing. Donald Trump doesn't speak softly. He speaks fucking loudly and just, he's a fucking dick. And that's why we love him. And he carries a big stick. That's what we voted for. Donald Trump has never been anybody but Donald Trump, as far back as I can ever remember. And that's exactly the reason why we voted for him. Is because, and I remember when Oprah and everybody was trying to push him over 20 years ago to run for president. That was exactly the reason why they wanted him to run. Somebody who was not presidential. All of a sudden, he started running in 2016 and, oh my God, he's not presidential. And I'm like, wait a minute, I could have sworn I remember that's exactly why y'all wanted him to run 20 years ago, was because he wasn't presidential. Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm tired, and I'm glad people like myself and like Brandon Tatum and The Quartering and Yellow Flash 2, and I am so happy. Mark Dice, you know, I am so happy about these people that are not giving in to the bullshit. And it is bullshit, but let's keep going.
How this whole pandemic thing is propaganda BS. Now, first telltale sign that you should be alert of and you should be cautioned by is that why don't they provide the statistics for the flu deaths in this country as they do with the COVID-19 death? Why don't they do a side-to-side comparison? Tell me why. There's no excuse for. I mean, they act like in January somehow the flu stopped killing people. Somehow the flu has just gone away. Nobody has died from the flu. When we know that there is numbers of 20 to 50,000 people have died during the flu season this year, which is way more than.
And this is the reason why I said nope. And the reason why I said I was gonna stop it and add this to my political folder, which now since I'm doing the video, let me go ahead and take it out of my political folder.
I didn't tell you the numbers for February.
But let's back it up. This is the reason why I was like, nope, I got to do a video about this.
From the COVID-19 virus around the world. This is just in America. The reason why they won't tell you the numbers for the month of March, the reason why they didn't tell you the numbers for February, because they know that if you know that this X amount of people have lost their lives from the flu and we haven't shut down nothing, then it makes absolutely no sense to destroy our entire economy over COVID-19.
And that's the reason why I was like, nope, I'm doing my video. As I've said in previous videos, I live here in El Paso. People die all the fucking time from alcohol-related accidents and alcohol-related incidents. People die here probably more from hit and run in El Paso in just a 6-month time. People die here all the time from the flu and cases of the West Nile virus. And I was like, wow, we still actually have that going on? Oh, shit. People die from meningitis. People here in El Paso, and I've said it, and I don't care if I anger people by fucking telling the truth. And people who've watched my videos and people who know me in the real world, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I just recently lost a friend a couple of weeks ago because I don't care about your fucking feelings. I only care about the truth. That's all I care about. If it hurts your feelings, I don't give a shit. Grow up. This is the real world. I said on my Facebook years ago, long before I started posting on my YouTube, I've lost friends about this. I've gotten into arguments. Oh my God, still coughing this mess up from the cheese and all. Good sliders. Damn good sliders. But geez. I've been saying this stuff for years. The way that these people, Kardashians and everybody, were just, and before even this social justice bullshit even started coming up on the rise, I've been saying these people have forgotten history. They have gotten so arrogant in the United States that like nothing can happen here. They've gotten so arrogant. Me and a lot of people like me, veterans mostly, we have all said we need something to happen. Whether it's a pandemic, whether it's an epidemic, whether it's a world war, we need something to wake these motherfuckers up. And here we go. When I used to say this shit years ago, people would tell me, oh, we're the United States and we'll just knock shit out in a heartbeat. And I'm like, oh, so that's why you have such an arrogant nature about living here. My own friends, just, I don't like the military. I don't like cops. And I'm like, oh, but it's great that you live under the umbrella of the safety that our police officers provide. You are so happy to live under the umbrella that the United States military provides, unlike Africa, unlike Israel. And see, and I've got friends who were Israeli military. And them motherfuckers, real world, shit happens. You are so much more thankful for shit that happens because you don't know when it may end. And here we go with our fucking Hollywood and all our sports stars and everybody, multimillionaires trying to tell us how to fucking live, completely out of touch with the real world. Until shit happens like this. But getting off topic. Oh, because that video is going to be on its own discussion. Let me get back on topic. But I've been saying this stuff for years. We need something to happen. As I said, I've lost friends over this. I don't care. I've got family that don't talk to me anymore because I'm not some blue check mark fucking brainwashed Democrat. Well, we're supposed to vote Democrat because we're black. You do know that the KKK were the Democrats, right? You know that. Oh my God. These motherfuckers don't have your best interest in heart. They don't. Anyway, keep going.
Listen. Let me tell you another thing. The media started to call Trump a racist at the very beginning because they knew they wanted to push a propaganda message. I wouldn't be shocked if our own deep state CIA put or worked with the Chinese government to do the Wuhan virus.
I really wouldn't put it past it either. This guy's a retired cop. I wouldn't put it past it either. Me and my friends have even talked about this. Shit, let's try to fuck him up and work with China because it's funny. Look at what the NBA did. kissing the ass of China. Look what Hollywood did and the studios did, kissing the ass of China. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and Trump, of course, put tariffs on them and everything to help America. It's like, hey, if we got trade, then we need to go trade evenly across the board. Why is it that we're sending, you're sending more shit over here than you're taking in from us? Trump was like, no, I'm putting a stop to all that fucking shit. And then all of a sudden, this just happens. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but when things look like, I'm going off the whole NCIS Gibbs things. There's no such thing as a coincidence. And this is way amongst those boundaries of this is not a coincidence.
I'd be shocked. They wanted to do that because Trump was winning on the economy. Trump is going to win 2020 easily. They will do it there because China don't care. They will wipe out their whole population and won't tell nobody. And some of y'all dumb enough to believe their stats when they completely could be fluffing that stuff. They do it there.
We know that China controls everything over there. People have been arrested just for telling the truth because, it's not coming out of their communist run media and everything. So you get people with their cell phones and secretly recording. Those people are getting arrested because China. Here's my thing. Wouldn't you want good information to come out? Huh, China? Wouldn't you want good information to come out that you're combating this virus, that you're taking care of your people and everything? No, because there's nothing good coming out of this. We know it's a bunch of lies.
It's around the world. They lock theirs down. Their economy goes up. They plan to crash ours. Most people in leadership positions in our country are millionaires, multi-millionaires. Some of them probably billionaires if you count money that they got hidden somewhere. Yep. All of them have done pay to play. They sold our country to China. And this is very clear. They will last 10 years of a Great Depression. They will last 10 years.
Well, yeah, because they don't care about their people. Their people can die in droves in China because they're overpopulated by billions, so they could basically starve their people for the next 10 years. It ain't going to do anything to their economy because they don't care. But hey, it'll take care of, population and also make the United States look bad on top of it.
Of a recession or trying to recover from a depression. They can last that long.
Yep.
We can't. And they know that what they can do is give us a crisis that's bad enough that they can remove Trump and put a deep state operative in. That's what their plan is. And you know it because he's a racist. Oh, now he's not doing.
I'm telling you, people, let somebody else get in the White House. If Hillary had won, we would have already lost the Second Amendment. We pretty much would have already lost the First Amendment. I'm pretty much guessing that somewhere along that Second and First Amendment being enforced or whatever, civil war would have broken out. Some of us have even talked, maybe it should have happened. Maybe Hillary should have won. Just to prove to you fucking dumbasses of what we're telling you. I'm telling you, y'all don't think y'all. I'm already 50. So look damn good for my age. I'm already fucking 50. I'm at the point right now, I don't give a fuck. You see those memes? There's at some point in your life where you just don't give a fuck. I've been at that point for about the last 10 years. So when shit hits the fan, which it eventually will come, because of the fact that Donald Trump even getting reelected in 2020, that's it. Second term, that's it. 2 terms. So when I hope it's another Republican, because if it's some dumbass fucking Democrat, whoever it's going to be, somebody that's good, whatever, even Republican, because individuals are individuals, whatever. Screw the whole party line bullshit. People are people. So when some closet communist like Bernie or somebody who's just probably some Chinese operative or something gets in there, I'm going to be, before they shut everything down, I'm going to be posting like a motherfucker of, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I fucking told you so. And while y'all are crying and whining over, oh my God, we should fight back, I'll be like, it's too late now, motherfuckers. It is now too late. And people, I know that I'm going to piss some people off by saying this because, oh, you're not going to laugh. You're not going to. Again, I have almost died numerous times. I know what it's like to have a collapsed lung and laugh about it. I know what it's like to have been paralyzed from the waist down from meningitis and have almost died from it twice. I've been almost drowned in mucus by having walking pneumonia twice. I know what it's like to be stabbed, shot, all that fucking shit. So fuck all of you. If you're that weak, that, oh, yeah, sure, you're, no, I've been this person my entire life. I've been this person. I don't care. I've had guns to my head and I'm like, go ahead, pull the fucking trigger. I don't care. I love life, but I don't fear death. So I'm telling you, when the shit hits the fan, I'm going to be sitting there, because I've done it with friends and family when bad shit has happened and have been like, I've told you so. I told you not to do this. I literally said, don't go over there. This was going to happen. And you fucking did it. See, bad shit can happen to anyone, like bad shit has happened to me. But you don't want to exactly tempt fate on top of that. See what I mean? There's enough fucking, what is it, Murphy's Law in the world and karma and all that shit in the world that you don't need to sit there and just jump blindly off a cliff to tempt fate. There's enough shit going around for everybody that you don't need to welcome it in on top of that. And that's my whole thing. That's the reason why I don't care, is because bad shit could just happen. You literally could just trip over something and break a hip, break a. You don't need to go out and do shit on purpose and try and fuck shit up. It's coming.
The hydroxychloroquine, people have used it. It's been successful, and people have recovered at 100%. They're trying it in New York. They don't want to tell you they're trying it in New York. They want to make it seem like this is a concoction made up by Trump. They're trying it in New York already. This is potentially a cure. But what do? They demonize it. It doesn't work. They use some idiots in Phoenix who drank fish tank cleaner. Even if, because first of all, he said hydroxychloroquine. They took chloroquine phosphate. No. They didn't just take chloroquine phosphate. Chloroquine phosphate was one ingredient amongst tons of hazardous ingredients in a freaking tank cleaner. So you can't be dumb enough to think that just because it says hydroxy, or it don't say hydroxy, just because it says chloroquine phosphate, that all of a sudden all the other ingredients go away and you're just ingesting chloroquine phosphate. When the president never said it's 100% that it'll work, he said they're trying it out and you have to be prescribed and get it. Now, they push that in your brainstem to deceive you. They want to shut the entire government down, shut our entire country down because of what's going on in 2 or 3 states. And riddle me this: why, when it's time to pass a stimulus bill, that you catch the Democrats trying to put all this fake stuff in it? They're trying to get.
That was another thing that got me twisted. Here you are talking about the dire situation. We got to do something. And then here, y'all expected the Democrats to do something different when, with the bullshit of withholding the impeachment and everything else. Y'all really think these Democrats give a fuck about you. Oh, we care. We care. We care so much that we're going to delay everything and sabotage everything by trying to throw all this other shit in there. Like Hollywood literally going to DC to beg for a bailout. Did you know that? Did you know that? Look it up. Hollywood went to DC begging for a bailout. You mean the same Hollywood that said they would never, ever need a bailout? They actually did say this. And I if I remember right, I added that video in my political folder as well. So that's another video I'm going to do. Hollywood went to DC to beg for a bailout. These multi-million dollar, trillion dollar studios went and asked for money from the government. Wow. Wow. If Hollywood wants to help the United States, if Hollywood wants to help us citizens, don't be singing fucking John Lennon songs and shit. How about you take some of that money that you all have that you obviously don't fucking need, and how about you donate it? How about you turn around and donate it? Huh? I mean, I'm sorry. Even I've said this numerous times. If I were to win the lottery, most of that money is going to go to friends and family, people that I care about, my, grandkids, all that stuff and everything, and helping out homeless vets. And I'd probably end up spending all of the money. I mean, I'd probably keep enough to still live comfortably and everything, but I'd probably end up just spending or donating. Well, most donating is what I mean. Donating the majority of that money, helping people out. And that's me. You got these dumbass Hollywood people coming up there talking all this bullshit about how they want to help Britney Spears. Oh, just DM me and I'll send you money and help you. And they had to retract that and go, oh, I just meant 3 people. Why, Hollywood, shut the fuck up. I've been saying this in numerous videos of mine. Shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about you, except for these other dumbass people that are just too broken and believe the bullshit that you say. But for the rest of us, fuck you, go away. Just make your fucking movies, continue to make your fucking money. I don't even watch a lot of movies anymore. I really don't. I'll wait till they come on video or something or whatever, and I may watch it then. But other than that, I don't go to the movies anymore. It's rare I go to the movies because I'm not giving my fucking money to these assholes. Fuck them. They sit there and make all this money worth multi-millions of dollars and want to try and tell us how to live. Shut the fuck up.
Money's illegal. They're trying to make companies raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. We just seen yesterday that they're essentially trying to make people make more money or have people make more money unemployed than employed through unemployment insurance, unemployment benefits. If this ain't a propaganda stunt, what is? So you know y'all, they dirty. You know they dirty. And what do? Still demonizing Trump. Still asking them stupid questions. He's available every single day of the week to answer questions for hours about legitimate stuff, and they ask him nothing but stupid questions because they don't want to get to the bottom of it. They wanted the market to crash. That's why they were panicking and flailing around. There is more that happened during the swine flu under Barack Obama than has happened under President Trump and COVID-19. Obama didn't do nothing. He didn't even call it a national emergency till 6 months after people started losing their lives, and there was over 1,000 people that had died before he even did anything. Trump had already did this before there was even a death. He cut off travel to China, and they called him a racist for it.
Yep.
So y'all know.
And then turned around and said, oh yeah, it was a good idea for him to cut off travel. You can't make this shit up with these dumbass fucking Democrats in Hollywood. You might as well write probably one of the best This is real life, and this is probably one of the best movie scripts out there. Oh my God, he's a racist because he wants to cut off travel. Oh, it was a good thing he cut off travel. Oh my God, you people are just. Again, we don't even need just the coronavirus. We need zombies. We need fucking zombies. We need something to like just really just wake you dumbasses up.
What it is, man. Now they demonize them for opening up the country. Listen, in the state of Arizona, we got 5 cases. It's 7 million people that live here. We got 5 cases. And listen, they're not trying to tell you the age of these people because they don't want you to.
See, that's another thing. Have you noticed that when this first started, they gave way more details than they're giving right now? They're not telling the age. They're not telling what other health factors that the people are. When my friends post it, all they say is there are cases. Okay, I got friends who have a case of the flu. And are they infected? Well, I don't know. They didn't say anything about them actually, having the coronavirus really. It's just, it's just a case of it. So they're not sick from it. They're not dying from it. It's just a case of it. They tested positive for it. They tested positive. I have always been, we have always been told, right? We have always been told that staph infection is really, really bad, right? Have we not? That the staph infection is fucking just devastating and terrible. I have 2 permanent staph infections inside my sinuses, which is why, just whatever, when I'm trying to snort stuff out or whatever, it's whatever, it's gross, whatever. Here's the thing. I asked my doctor, hey, what does this mean? Because I freaked out because it was my ENT who had told me this. It's like, hey, after all those cultures that we took of you, which hurt like fucking hell, digging way inside your head. I mean, he literally touched my eyeball from the inside because he was with another doctor and he was like, yeah, I'm touching his eyeball right now. I have my eyes closed, but obviously it's in my head. So yes, I could see the light. And pulled out all these cultures, finally got the test results back and was like, hey, I need you to come in. So drive all the way down to Beaumont Army Medical Center. And he was like, all right, we got the cultures back and you have 2 permanent staph infections, like really nasty bugs. And that's pretty much all he said to me and sent me home. And I was like, he didn't say if that was bad or, he just literally said you have 2 permanent, real nasty staph infections in your sinuses. And that was it, and sent me home. So I ended up having a surgery coming up, right? Go to have the surgery. And when they ask about, do you have anything, blah, 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 whatever and stuff. And this is after I put the IV in and all that. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I have these staph. And now, mind you, he had been already trying to combat these staph infections. We have tried everything. And I mean everything. There is a tri-combo medication, methocarbamol, itraconazole, and I can't remember the other thing, has to be specially made and it has to be used in my nebulizer. And it was the one thing that it worked. And I was only on it for like 3 months. And it cost like $13,000 or something. I forgot how much it was. It was something like $13,000. The VA paid for it because part of my damn disability since they fucked me up with the gas chamber in the military. It was the one thing out of everything. We've medicated stents. We have tried everything. Nothing's worked. So he's like, man, it's bad. We've tried everything. He sent me to outside ENTs. This is bad. Anyway, so I go to the surgery and I'm like, yep, I have these 2 staph infections. The fucking nurses and everybody went nuts and putting on masks and all this other shit and everything. You would think I had the COVID-19 back then, and this was years ago. This is how bad staph infection is supposed to be, right? I didn't remember any of the details because this was months later and we'd already been trying to combat it. So I said, look, why don't you just call my ENT? Because I was like, oh my God, I'm already sitting here in the gown, fucking IV in my arm and everything. In my hand because of my bad veins and everything because of the kidney disease and shit. Anyway, finally get a hold of my ENT and they come back. This was like 2 hours later. And they've got me in a quarantine room, mind you. Okay. So I know what this would be like as far as the whole COVID thing. I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation with my meningitis. I've been in that situation with my walking pneumonia. So I've gone through this 5 times. What you go through as far as quarantine and all that other shit. Finally, the doctor and everybody come back. And they're all fine and everything and stuff. And they were like, oh, you had us all panicky and everything and shit. And I was like, what are you talking about? He said, yes, you do have these 2 chronic permanent staph infections, but they're nothing bad. I'm like, wait, what? Because I could have sworn, as far as like my entire life, have always been told staph infection is really, really bad. Why are you telling me it's not bad? And I have 2 strains of it. And they were like, oh, yeah, but these strains are not really bad. I thought all staph was bad. Oh my God, I'm telling you, people, this do not get fooled by a lot of the shit that is going on with this whole COVID-19. I have lived through this shit. Meningitis is highly contagious and it is very deadly. And people didn't freak out when I had it and almost died twice. Walking pneumonia, very contagious and can kill you. And nobody freaked out and everything. And there's more deaths in dealing with these 2 things. And yet nobody freaked out. They freaked out more for my staph infections than they did for the walking pneumonia and the meningitis. So please, seriously, stop with the bullshit. But anyway, so Dr. West, he calls me and he was like, hey, can you come in, on your next appointment and everything? And he was like, why did you tell them about this? He's all mad at me. He's like, why did you tell them about this and everything? I told you it wasn't bad. And I was like, no, you didn't. You literally just said, I have 2 chronic staph infections and then sent me home. That was all you did. And he was like, I did? And I was like, yes, that is all you did. The nurse who was there was like, yeah, that's all you did. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. And I'm going, again, I thought staph infections were bad. Why is it? Because that's how they freaked out about it, because staph infections are bad. Here you are, everybody's telling me that no, they're not so bad. I'm still confused to this day. I thought staph infections were bad. Now, apparently, even though I have 2 strains of it, apparently it's not that bad. What? So why do they keep telling us that it's bad when it, oh my God. And then I'm like, okay, is it contagious? As far as if I'm kissing my girlfriend, whatever, no, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, again, I'm still confused. How do you keep telling people that something is bad for as far as my entire life, and my parents' life and every staph infection bad, it's like the Hulk or Frankenstein, staph bad. And then all of a sudden just go, oh, no, it's not really that bad. Well, it's funny because they freaked out like it was that bad. It's just, I'm seriously telling you that all this shit that's going on, there's more propaganda to this bullshit than they're letting on. I have lived these things, not the COVID-19, but meningitis. Look it up. Way worse than this COVID-19. Look it up. People didn't freak out that fucking bad when I had meningitis. Twice. So that's the reason why I have an attitude over what the fuck is going on. Is because I have lived these situations with worse diseases and they didn't freak out. Interesting. Again, I got to point out my shirt. I love this. This is my quarantine shirt. Fucking love this thing. I need more of these, like all kinds of colors and shit.
No, that the median age, or maybe even I don't know if the median or the average age of the person who loses.
Oh yeah. Oops. Oh crap. I hate when I do that. Oops. Darn it. I really hate when I do that. Hit the wrong button.
Who's the life on this? It's like 80.
But yeah, I do get sidetracked, and sometimes I do love it because I love kind of filling people in on my background of the things I'm talking about because I've lived those things. Now, again, funny how they were just back in November, December, they were given the ages, they were given the numbers, they were given the deaths, they were doing all of that. All of a sudden now, they're not really pointing out the deaths. They're not pointing out the ages. They're not pointing out the health background of the people who got sick or that died. I wonder why they stopped doing that. As he pointed out, interesting.
Age of these people, because they don't want you to know that the median age, or maybe even I don't know if the median or the average age of the person who loses their life on this is like 80. And how do we know they're losing their life from COVID-19 when it could be acceleration of other ailments that they?
I just had a friend who passed away. I have stage 3 renal failure, kidney disease. A friend of mine just passed away just a couple of months ago. He had just gotten to stage 4 kidney disease and was supposed to have started his dialysis. He died from complications from the kidney disease. So if I die, more than likely it's not going to be from the kidney disease itself. It's going to be from complications from the kidney disease. So other health factors and things, being, put to the forefront because of the kidney disease. So he's right. We don't know the underlying conditions of these people who are dying. They're not putting out their ages anymore. They're not putting out their underlying conditions. So we don't know if they've died from the COVID-19 or whatever. We don't know if they've died from that or just complications from getting a respiratory disease. We don't know. But again, they don't want to put the truth out. They don't want to put the real information out. More people have died from the flu, yet we didn't go into quarantine and 6 feet apart and all this other bullshit with the flu, even though almost about 60,000 people have died since January from the flu alone. Way more than this COVID-19, and yet it's funny how everybody, not only because they used to put that information out. Y'all remember that, right? They used to put the numbers out for the flu. They ain't doing that right now. You notice that? As a matter of fact, when people even talk about it, Facebook has even warned us from stop posting the comparisons between the COVID-19 and the flu. Like we're going to get blocked it's like, wait a minute, why? All we're literally doing is posting the real numbers, the truth. Why are you going to block us from posting the truth? Oh, because we don't want people getting panicked. We don't want people to get panicked, but we want people to get panicked. But only from Hollywood people, right? Fucking just, fuck y'all.
I already have. They're either gone today or they go next week. But see, they don't give you that number. They don't tell you what the confidence rating of the testing is. Is it 100% every time they test, or could it give a false positive? They're not going to tell you that. They don't want you to know.
I've said that on my Facebook. How do we know? They're not giving the percentages of how many people they're testing to how many people actually have it, and to how many people might actually be a false positive. Funny how they're not giving the actual numbers. In what workplace do you ever not do that? I mean, I'm serious. If you're doing advertising, you want to know all of those numbers. This is supposed to be a health pandemic. Why are you not putting out all of the numbers? How many people have you tested in comparison? I mean, oh my God, 5 people in Arizona got tested for the coronavirus. Okay. How many people out of, when they do like Family Feud and, so many people out of 100 said, agree. How do we know? Okay, 5 people out of what? 1,000? If it's 5 out of 5, then, oh yeah, put that information out. 5 out of 5. But if it's 5 out of 100, I'm sorry, I think I would take those odds. But what's the number? What's the number who, and again, as he said, false positives. Okay, 5 people showed up, they had the coronavirus. Okay, did it come out as a false positive? Because I know when they were doing my cultures for my sinus infection stuff, they had to take multiple cultures in order to make sure of what it was. Because the first 4, literally, they were like, something's there, we just don't know what the fuck it is. It was on the 5th one, they were like, we finally figured out what it is, 2 strains of the staph infection. So how do we know in this case what the test, numbers are with the whole group as far as who tested and who didn't test, and if any of those 5 people were false positives? Why don't they want us to know the truth?
Know that they can fake the test. See, if you do it at home and you do it in independent labs, well, a majority of the people are coming back negative, but they don't want to give you those numbers. It's all a scheme. It's all a plot to destroy the American economy.
Yep.
Trump was whooping China over the head. They wanted to get out of that situation, so they created this. Along with people in our government, I'm telling you, for the media to come out like this, the Democrats to come out like this, for them to push an agenda, they're working with the enemy. And I'm not just saying this because I woke up one day and felt this way. All you got to do is look at the writing on the wall. There's no way in the world that people in our own country should want our economy to crash.
As I said, the whole Gibbs thing, there's no such thing as a coincidence. And this is way too much. You watch any fucking murder mystery thing, whatever. Come on, everybody is screaming like, hey, this ain't right. Come on, people.
Unless they're benefiting from it. They bringing up the election. They bringing up President Trump election. He hadn't spoken about the election until they bring it up. And they start accusing him of doing certain stuff. All you got to do is look at his rallies.
Hold on.
He's going to win. He won in 2016 by a reasonable margin, and he don't have 1/4 of the support. And he got at least 25-30% more support in this election than he did last time, and he won last time. And dang near a landslide. And got states that hadn't been red in 30 years. Come on. I had to get that out of my chest. Y'all let me know what you think. Is B. Tatum tripping?
Nope.
I know I didn't cover everything, but is B. Tatum tripping?
Nope.
On my own or something. Comment on this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you visit FestyFlix, FestyFlix.com.
Yeah, all right, Brent. Yeah, okay. All right. But let's go ahead and end this. I mean, this went on for about an hour. But then again, I hadn't really talked about this in weeks. So I wanted to make sure I got this information out. And yeah, it's just bullshit, people. It is absolute bullshit. I have lived through those situations, lived through them. I'm trying to adjust things and stuff. I've gone through quarantines. So I'm finding it just very strange that I have been in those situations and yet somehow or another, this, without any of the real information, the real numbers being put out, how everybody is freaking the fuck out. I even got my friends now going, just everybody stay home, or this will never end. Just so you just want to give in to this, to the government. And I'm saying this directly to my friends. You just want to give in to the, do you not realize this is exactly how they're gonna fucking control you? By just giving in? We are being fed not false information. Well, actually, some of it may actually be false, but we're not being told the whole truth. Period. We are not being told the whole truth. And y'all are just just stay home and let this in. So you just want to just roll over Rover and just be a bitch and just fucking roll over to the government. Nah, fuck that shit. I have lived through these situations. I got my neighbor. I think he said he was a paramedic, something like that. Whatever he said, he just got off the ambulance, the truck is what I guess he called and stuff. And he's even saying that this is bullshit. Interesting. I've talked to, because I deal with them all the time because of, things that I have to go to the VA to get. I deal with the infectious diseases doctor every month since 2013. And they weren't even freaking out over this. Interesting. People who work in this field were even like, we deal more with the flu and other diseases than this. So again, when I'm posting, it's because I've either lived through it, I know the people involved in it, or people who are no people. Basically, they give me the information. I'm not naming any names, and that as far as connected, as far as bad, secrets or whatever or something, and that's the information I'm giving to you. So take it however you want, but as shit gets worse, we will see what the fuck happens. See if all that rolling over Rover actually did anything for you. All right. Hope y'all are still doing well during this quarantine and all that. Talk to you later.